Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm playing some more Forza Horizon 4 today. I believe it was the last episode where I said I'd be having a short one and it was decently long, so maybe this one will be a bit shorter. I do want to try and complete some winter events. I just think it's worth my time. You see, 80% gets you a McLaren, or 50% gets you a Camaro. I'm not really a big fan of the Camaros actually, but any Land Rover at the airstrip. Okay, well, I can manage that. Just check my bonfires very quickly. Okay.
So the head gasket was blown and the engine block was warped, but she's running nicely now. What do you say? Shall we get out there?
Whoops. So take a picture of the Land Rover at the airstrip. Don't have any idea where that is, but I'll find out in a minute. It's funny how quickly a person can change their mind. I'm actually looking at doing an event now.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
It's an off-road event, so I can't say if it'll be good or not, but we'll see. So I actually changed the one that I was going to go to just because I couldn't be bothered doing a championship one, so just actually going to move my mic so it sounds a bit better.
In 200 meters,
it's just here anyway. I figured it's right next to my house, so I may need to switch to like my Range Rover or something. I don't know. As much as I'd like to use that, I'm going to use the Jeep. Not really a big fan of this Jeep, but I will say, as far as Jeeps are concerned, this is not a terrible one. And I'm hoping it's going to be good enough to get me the win. I mean, I just don't know. As I say, I do intend this to be a shorter episode because they have been getting out of hand. And you know what, no one wants to watch anything too long. I mean, I certainly wouldn't. Huh, tractor in second, that's rather impressive, and that's a barn find there. Let's just take a quick look at the map. I think I've found this one already, so maybe it's not such a big deal. But yeah. Oops. Okay. I think the thing with these vehicles is, I mean, even the Range Rover to an extent is a slightly raised, so they're a bit, I don't know, they're not unstable as such, they're not unstable, but they feel like if you push them really hard you can roll them very easily. Now I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what it feels like. Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit gentle with them because, frankly, if you roll, it's just a pain. I'm not going to use any rewinds in this one, so at least that's my hope. Obviously, that's the goal. But I don't think it's as interesting, even if you're going for something and you need to just do a line slightly better to win, or to beat a time trial, or whatever it may be, or to get a bit more speed for a jump, or whatever it is. I'm going to try avoid that this time. I mean, look, this Jeep is not horrible. Not at all. It's not the best vehicle I've used, but having said that, you know, it's not especially difficult to use either. Definitely feels like it wants to roll a little bit, but it's not that bad. I'm impressed by that tractor, to be honest with you. Very impressed.
Okay, here we go. Our final 12 drivers versus the Titan. You've never seen competition like this, or had this much country to cross. If you want to become the cross-country champion, you'll have to beat the rest. So,
It's worth a look. So I'm just gonna see how far away it is from a house that I own. That's Bamburgh Castle, so this would be my closest house. So I'll see you in a minute.
Gathering about some classic car abandoned nearby. Come help me find it and shut them up, will you?
So I'll find that in this episode, probably, maybe next one. We'll see. So I'm at the event now, and let's just see what else I could buy. Honestly, I'm happy with what I've got. I'd be okay with buying a bowler or something as well, but look, I am happy with what I've got, really. Or I'd be actually really happy with a Mini, but I'd have to increase the speed of it, obviously. It's just not quite up there. Like, they're really good for, if you saw the stats on that thing, really good for a tight course. Would absolutely destroy this thing, but any sort of straight, this thing's going to go flying past. And this isn't an especially fast vehicle either, but it's fast enough. I really wouldn't want to drive one of those tractor things. Looks like it'd be an absolute handful. I do wish I could have used my Range Rover, but you know what, it's one of those. The Jeep's good enough. And plus we're going to go past the bowler, so that's fantastic. I really hope I get to keep these points and not crash or something stupid. Knowing me, it's more than likely. So, I mean, I'm trying my very best to keep up with these guys, and honestly it's going okay for now. $130k points, very nice. I'm going to have a wheel spin after this. So I've been around the wheel 3 times, that's pretty good. So I wonder if that one in second is a tuned one, because it seems to be going faster than I am in a straight. Could just be that it got on the power earlier than I did. Put the previous section better or something, I don't know. It's kind of annoying when you can see them go through a section and then there's still a fence there. very good shift it decided to do. So, getting close to third. It's not actually very easy to catch up to these guys. They're going very well. I say that and then that idiot just rolls in front of me. And I go into the back of him and it completely screws me. So, it's wonderful. I'm surprised that was the only roll, to be honest. As I say, these things feel like they want to go over. So I'm getting close to second place. It didn't do that previous section very well at all. But first seems to be pulling on me, so first doesn't seem possible this time, but I'm going to do my best. Again, the Jeep in second seems to be having me on the straights. I just can't catch up. So theoretically, I should have the run on it. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, okay. I think this is the spot where I got my Range Rover stuck last time. Yeah, it was. I got stuck trying to get a fast travel thing. Board, sign, whatever it is. The sad thing is, that thing in first seems to be worse in the corners than I am, but it's just, I don't know, I think it must monster me in the straights. But it seems like I catch up a ton and then I just lose it all straight away, although that was not very good on my behalf. On my part, I should say, on my behalf. I really did mess that section up. Okay, so I know I said I wouldn't do that, but screw that. Long race which I had no chance of winning. I'm taking the win. Or at least I hope I am. Well, it's cool, but we managed it. So I'd like to see how many, oh no, it's got the same points as I do.
I always knew you had it in you. The Titan is down, and we have a new cross-country champion. That was some fine racing out there. Well done. You earned it.
So I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I did so well apart from the ending, where I just did appallingly badly. Okay, I was kind of expecting something else. I thought I'd get some other sort of reward. No? Okay. Well, I can do this wheel spin, so it's something. Assuming that I don't get screwed over. If I get a car or if I get money, that's fantastic. Caterham would be nice, damn it. I really would have liked the Caterham actually. Big fan of them. I'm gonna go, oh no, I think. Oh, I'm gonna go try and see if I can break this and then I'll go to the barn find. So it's 25 fast travel boards smashed. I may look at doing this next actually. I don't think that there are any other events. I've done the Colossus, I've done that. Did the Gauntlet. No, I didn't do the Gauntlet. Okay, I could do the Gauntlet next. That could be good. So I'll find this and then I'll do the gauntlet, and I think that'll be the episode. I don't know. So found another fast travel. Didn't find the thing yet. It'll be around here somewhere, surely. But I'll come back when I find it. Another fast travel sign. So I'm actually doing really well on these. Still haven't found that bomb find yet, but I have. I go in sections, so hopefully it will appear soon. It's a shame that it's in the woodland, to be honest speaking. It just makes it a bit more difficult to find it. But once again, I'll come back when it is found. Very sneaky location.
How did you find another? Why am I
Ooh,
asking?
WRX.
Will you have a look at that? One for me, finally.
I always
It's
used to like
an
these.
Impreza 22B, an old rally gem.
So-
Only a small handful were imported into the UK, so this is a really rare find. Come on, let's get it fixed up.
I would actually really like to use that car. Very cool.
Okay.
I prefer, say, like the Evos and things, but I always used to really like Subarus. Just think they're cool. Yeah, I'll do another event, I think. Oh yeah, I said I'd do this one, didn't I? Said I'd do the gauntlet. You see, and now the cost has gone down to 4,600. It was what was it, 52 before? 5,200.
Get back to the garage, shall I?
But
Maybe
definitely
keep
worth
this one for
finding those
myself.
fast travel boards. I still have a ton to find, but it's good. Anyway, oh, I got a wheel spin. So we'll do the spin, and then I'll see you again at the event. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I didn't really want the Nissan. Not that it's a bad car, I just didn't really fancy it. So we're at the event, and I can choose between this and this again. I mean, the Jeep's just slightly better is the thing. I really do like switching up the vehicles that I use every race, but obviously for this, I'm better off just using this instead of the alternatives. Just faster. And the chances are we'll be in the same bracket, so the vehicles they use wouldn't change. Or if they did, they might be just lower spec of the same vehicle. And I think I'm better off just using this. See, I actually do understand, well, not fully, but I have a decent enough grasp on how this vehicle works. Is that a Mini? Wouldn't surprise me, as I said earlier. I don't know if you will remember. The Mini had insane, like, what was it, acceleration, launch and all that. So it would be really good on a tight circuit or a tight course. Much better than this or my other track. Although it has very little in terms of top end. It's like 4.4 or something. I wonder if I hold it up, because that thing should have 10 acceleration, I think, or 9.9 or something. It should be past me by now. Okay, so as it turns out, on this sort of surface, you can't reach your top end in this thing. So, oh god, the Mini's just straight up faster. As you can see, it's certainly doing a good job. Well, honestly, this has been a nice episode as far as I'm concerned. It's not the most exciting one. In fact, I don't know what the most exciting one would be considered. Well, that I've done. Obviously, there are much better ones out there. It's just, this is my own. Whoops. My own brand of nonsense, you know. But I think it has been pretty good overall, right? I did break the whole no rewinding thing. Only once, but even so, I kind of wish I hadn't. I'm hoping I don't do it again. But obviously, I do want to win these events because you get a lot of money. I don't remember how much it was, like 30k plus reward, plus bonus reward, I mean. So, it's pretty good. Quite a long course. So, this is definitely going to be the last thing I do on here tonight. And again, I would, maybe in a few episodes I'll try and minimise the lines or something. But I do get the feeling that you have to really understand the vehicle that you're using before doing that and have a rough idea. Of course, it's just because it's so easy to go way too fast or not have the speed and just ruin it for yourself. Like, so yeah, I mostly ignore the lines anyway, but what I do is use them to see what's coming up instead of looking at the mini-map. It's basically just showing me where it gets tight, you know. And I'm not going to say that I'm amazing with this Jeep, but I feel like I'm pretty good. Obviously, as soon as I say that, I go through a fence and plug the wall and make an idiot of myself, but yeah, it wouldn't be one of my episodes if I didn't do something like that on the channel. You know, I just yeah, I tend to choke. So, wow, only 50% the way there. So I think that's endearing, but it might not be. I know this isn't a very close race at all, so maybe I should have upped the difficulty. I just don't know. Like, I think it really depends on the vehicle you're using. And this vehicle is okay. Well, okay, that's a lie. This vehicle is good. I still say the Range Rover is better. But this is almost as effortless. Does okay, no, I say that and I messed that up horribly, but it does have its own small issues, but every vehicle does, so it's not like anything too bad, for God's sake. I'm really messing this up now. Yeah, it does tend to, I don't know. It doesn't drift, but it does, I guess, power slides slightly. And really the key to this is just don't push it too hard, because I think it will roll if you're sliding too much. But it's also, you know, it is quite fine how hard you can push it, because again, it does slide a little bit, just working it out and I don't know if it picks up very much on the video, but it does have a decent amount of just straight up body roll. So, I mean, that can be helpful for getting it back into position, but it also means that keep plonking the wall. It's not necessarily the best at turning in. Don't get me wrong again, it's pretty good, and that's because it's got fantastic traction and all that in general. That thing, I mean, I know I've been playing poorly, but that has really caught up. Only a quarter of the way left, so a quarter of the way to go. So I don't know, maybe the difficulty was okay. Ooh. Yeah, no, that was a lot tighter than I realised when I looked at the mini-map. Keeping it pinned. Okay, well, I did lose a big bit in my lead just then as well, and I think the problem is I was braking whilst turning. Now, normally in this thing that's not really an issue, but yeah, it does. If you've ever played, well, I'm sure you've played games like this. If you do brake and turn, it massively reduces your braking ability. This vehicle also doesn't have the best turning circle in the world, but you can power through it just because you've got the traction. You can kick the back out slightly. So again, it does feel, I don't know how much that shows up on video, it does feel quite good. It's quite easy to use. Oh, God. Damn. Yeah, say all that and then I immediately crash, and because I don't want to rewind, cause myself all kinds of grief. That mini, oh damn it! I'm annoyed that I did that just then actually. Yeah, I was gonna say the mini was catching up quite a bit, but just there I hit a bump a bit wrong, and I yeah. Figured it would go straight again, and it didn't. It's a shame. It's actually both of these big races where I've messed up at the end there. But oh well.
Yes! Great driving out there, pal. You absolutely dominated the gauntlet. And I am so glad I spent 2 months putting that together. That performance made it all worthwhile.
Oh no. Brilliant. Got a skirt if I want to cross dress, so there we
Hey,
go.
Todd.
Not gonna happen. Let's just see, do I have any other spins? I don't. So realistically this is where I'm ending this episode off. If you've stuck around the whole thing, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I think it's actually been a pretty good one. And I will catch you in the next one.
Alex tells me you're back.